new. I'm here with
Belle, Kitty,
and Chloe. And we've got a little bit of a different look. We rearranged our kitchen. So we've got a little bit different going on. If you notice too, we changed the tablecloth because the last one was done after a year. So we actually have a new tablecloth for us. So here we are again. We have another friendship bracelet for you. Now this one is gonna look a little bit similar to what we've already done. It's a knotted chain, but it's not exactly the same. Our knotted chain bracelet, I should have had one to show you. I'll show you one that I'm wearing right now. Looks like this. You can kind of see like that. And it's just you take the whole group together and take the one thread and knot it on. Well, this one is similar, only you make it in two colors, and it's still a knotted chain, and I've seen it called the double knotted chain. I've seen it called, okay, so I don't remember all the names, but we're gonna call it the double knotted chain because it, we could call it the triple knotted chain because we actually do 3 of each knot, but yeah, we have no idea, of course. You know, what were we expecting, right? Yeah. So anyhow, awesome bracelet. So let me show you what we need to make this bracelet. Now, for our bracelet, the first thing we're gonna need is our embroidery floss. Now, we have 2 colors here. I have maroon and orange. And by the way, our dogs are wandering around again, so you may hear them. So I have my 2 colors that I'm going to drop. So our 2 colors, and then we need our safety pin, and we've got our ruler to measure, our scissors, and then we're also going to need our clipboard or something else to clip onto. And yeah, I made a note so I don't forget the measurements. So, are you ready to see how to do our bracelet?
Yeah!
Awesome. Now, I don't know if you can see on screen here, we have our measurements that I wrote down so I don't forget. Now, for a kid wrist, you're probably going to need 48 inches of 4 strands. So I would need 2 48 inches of my one color and 2 48 inches of my other color. Now, you could cut these all at once, but it gets kind of confusing because we got to double it and cut it in half. And yeah, it just kind of gets messy. So, for me though, since my wrist is just a little bit larger, and if you're a teenager, then you definitely need to go with 60 inches. So again, you need 60 inches of each color. So, and of course, if you wanted to use shorter strands and not fold in half, then you could, but we just like to cut. We like the loop at the end. It makes for a nicer thing. So I will cut. I need 60 inches, so I will wrap around my ruler 5 times because that is 5 feet. Now, if I wanted to try and keep going and double it over to, as I said, it just gets confusing. So let's just knot this time. So I will take that off. And now I will, instead of wrapping around the ruler, again, I will just make sure and use my 2 strands to cut. And of course, I'm going to tangle. Okay, now you do want to make sure and clip your threads back on. Don't need that. Okay, so because we cut them together, we have all 4 strands matched up. Now here's where it could work if you had shorter strands. You could cut, instead of 2 of each color that is 60 inches for me, you could cut that in half. And as I said, we can get really complicated, so you know. Okay, so I match the ends. We're going to tie our square knot, or no, square knot. We're going to tie an overhand knot. You can tell, you know, I'm so excited. I can't, you know. I'm right-handed, so I hold it in my left hand. If I was left-handed, I'd hold it here. So here, our right hand, our 3 Girl Scout fingers, pinch, twirl around our thumb. You can see our little 6 there. We tuck it in. And again, we want this length here to be about 1.5 inches. And there is our 1.5 inches. And take it and we will clip it to our board. I'll move my note out of the way. Okay, there you go. I switched camera tripods because I think you can see a little bit better with this other short one. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to separate into our different colors. So I will bring my maroon to one side and I will bring my orange to the other side. And you will want to make sure and kind of smooth your strands to the end. Okay, now what we're going to do is I will start by holding my orange tight. Remember, tight is the key. Hold your thread you're tying on too tight and your non-dominant hand. So since I'm right-handed, I hold it my left. If I was right-handed, I would tie in this direction because which direction doesn't really matter right now. Later we can make a bracelet, or if you're making your zipper bracelet, it matters which way you're tying. This one does not. Okay, so same as before. We make our number 4, tuck it in, pull it out, and pull it all the way up. Now here's the difference in the knotted chain and this bracelet. You see I'm holding all the threads as the bundles. I don't separate it out. With the knotted chain, you just use one at a time. This you use the whole bundle. So the way we made our pattern was actually I started, oops, I'm going to throw it for you, with 3 yellows, 3 orange, 3 yellows, and I went back and forth. So I did 1 maroon. There is a second maroon and a third maroon. Now we will switch. So we will bring our orange to our right, and this kind of gets tangled up, so you need to watch how it goes. And I'll hold it tight. Now you could go the different ways, but I just like doing them all the same way. So now we're going to hold our maroon tight and watch that the knot doesn't slide down. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and then we just go back and forth, so 3 of each. And you continue on down. Now you want to watch when you continue on down that you're sometimes they'll separate, and if I don't pull it tight, you'll see the color. You don't want to see the color, so you want to pull it tight up against it. And we'll just keep going back and forth and back and forth. And I will go ahead and have the campers do their bracelets. And then I will show you a couple important tips and tricks when you get to the end. So before you finish, you'll have to check back and check the end of our video. So campers, you ready to go ahead and get started on your bracelets?
Yeah!
Awesome. Okay, now, as I said, there's a couple of things here. You don't want to go all the way down to the very end. You really want to leave some extra space here at the end to tie your overhand knot, because with this many threads, it gets a little bit bulky. So I'll tie it this way, hold it this way. So our bracelet's down here. And same thing, 3 Girl Scout fingers, twirl around our thumb. And it's going to take a little bit of maneuvering to get that knot tied. So that's why we said leave a little extra, a little more than usual, because tying that many is tricky. So yeah, you can still hear Kitty and Belle working, so that's what the rattling is there. Okay, so pull it, try and seat that knot right up against. I got a little gap, but it's okay. Okay. So now here's the trick. You can look at your bracelet. I'll go ahead and unclip this for you. Always remember to close your safety pins. Okay, so here's our ruler. And you can see that this bracelet, as it stands, is kind of maybe a bit smidge short. It's about 7 inches. But here's the thing. These bracelets, they kind of get a little crinkled up. So you actually want to give it a little gentle stretch. Just hold the knots. Just a little bit of a stretch. You don't want to pull too hard because they'll start separating here. So just give it a little smidge of a tug. And then you will see that this bracelet, the worked part, is actually now, oops, you can't see through it, closer to 8 inches. So there you go. There is your bracelet. And we're finished. So Chloe's making faces at me. Okay, now our ends, you can tell that with this bracelet, these ends, something about the difference in the tying all around the stack, they don't end up as even as you would normally think. So just clip off the ends. So there's my finished bracelet, and it is maroon and orange. So that may look a little familiar to some people. Put that beside my yellow and orange. Kitties here, these shades of blue here. There you go. And yeah, Chloe's still making faces at me. Oh, she wants me to show hers. Here is Chloe's, this awesome shades of red and blue. For some reason that makes me think of a sailboat. With the Girl Scout camp, there's one, it's in North Carolina, that we got to sail boats. So Camp Graham, awesome. And that reminds me of the sailboats at camp. That was a long time ago. So here is Belle's, and here it is. They all kind of picked about the same color of blue, and they matched theirs with each a different color. How super cute. So we hope that you had fun, and don't forget to send us a picture of your awesome bracelet with the different names. And again, we hope that you had fun, and we will talk to you later. See you later. Bye.